don't see the lights, so we'll wait for the cars to go. Lights out, time to run what you brung. They're away in a puff of smoke, and Jerome Adamako gets to the inside of Jensen Randall to the top of the hill. He might have position on him going into the corner. He's going to try and push him wide, and Jerome Adamako has got the lead as they head down into the S's. Jensen Randall all over the back of him, though. And they're going to have to go single file through here. Oh, and somebody's cut the corner very early on in those S's. The top three are starting to pull away. You've got Jerome Adamako out front by 0.7 of a second, followed by Jensen Randall, followed by Tim Ventic. Ventic trying to stay within DRS range of Jensen Randall. And then you've got a second gap back to Oleski. Then you've got the two Kick Saubers. Oh, and looks like that was Noah Smith, lost the back end of his car. Meanwhile, Gabriel Carmosini all the way to the back. Unfortunately, while I was watching that, we missed the pass for the lead. Jensen Randall back out in front of this battle. And we'll try to stick with these three cars. And he's definitely going to be able to close enough to make a move heading down into this corner at the back straightaway. Adamako back out in front. And here comes Jensen Randall to the inside of Adamako. And another swap for position. A big lockup, though, on the left front. Adamako might be able to get back underneath of him. Going to run that a little wide. Meanwhile, we've got Oleski now trying to hold off David Rod. David Rod trying to get underneath of Oleski for that fourth position. I'm pretty sure if David Rod could clear Oleski, he's going to cut to the inside. And he's going to make that move. And they're still side by side as they head into the sweeping right-hander, quad apex right-hander. David Rod not giving up the outside groove at all. It's going to give him the inside portion as they head into this next corner. He's going to push Oleski wide. And Oleski's going to maintain the position around the outside. And now to the inside, David Rod. And it's a drag race down the front straightaway. Big turn in from David Rod. Oleski's going to try the crossover move, and you're going to have to get in line. Meanwhile, back at the front, Jensen Randall under threat once again from Jerome Adamako. And Max Mulder picks up a 3-second timing penalty. Adamako going to make that move earlier in the back straightaway. Still very early on in the race, but if they finish now... Uh-oh, and it looks like that was Max Mulder went around. Picked up a little too much curbing, so that Jesper's going to jump into the 9th position. Sandro's going to jump into 10th. Peter Nickel will be 11th. Meanwhile, back at the front, Adamako and Jensen Randall swap positions again at the end of the straightaway. Uh-oh, and Jamie Jägerstrom looks like he's had an issue. Oh, he's off in the gravel as well. So Jesper Lempinen now moves up into 8th, Sandro 9th, Peter Nickel is now 10th.
Penalty, no. Oh, no.
Meanwhile, nose to tail, you can throw a blanket over these top three cars. So they come sliding through the S's at this point. And again, on to the back straightaway. Oh, Jensen Randall runs that one a little wide. Man, look at that. Adamako is going to start making that move even before the DRS slot was open, so he's easily going to be able to overtake him. Oh, and Sandro Doulis getting to the inside of Noel Rosa, and that's going to be for the 8th position. Meanwhile, Jesper Lempinen's going to have the DRS slot open as they come down this back straightaway to the inside of Noah Smith. And Jesper's going to move himself back up into the 6th position where he started. A hard fall and a hard climb back to the top. You see Adamako is going to have the DRS slot open. He'll be able to easily make that pass down this back straightaway. These guys have been swapping positions back and forth lap after lap. Meanwhile, Tim Ventic has been sitting in 3rd position this whole time, a car lengths back of these two. See if anybody dives into the pits. Here comes Adamako, Jensen Randall, and Tim Ventic. They're all going to pit at the same time. Noah Smith does come out in front of the lead cars. Jerome Adamako, first one out, and Tim Ventic looked like he might have thought about making a move on Jensen Randall. David Robb and Jamie Jägerstrom, and David Rod's pitted. Jägerstrom has not. So this would be aggravating for David Rod, who's on fresher tires. Jägerstrom trying to defend the position. David Rod around the outside. He's going to do a crossover move. Can't make that work. We'll see if Jägerstrom decides to come in this time. Oh, and there's contact! And I kind of thought that might happen. Jägerstrom probably wanted to make a pit stop and cut across the nose of David Rod. So that is bad news bears for David Rod. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 car battle for 1 championship point. Oh, and Dion. Oh, and it's 3 wide. Oh, and around goes Vincenzo, or George Wilkes, I'm sorry. And Gabriel Carmesini went 3 wide into that corner. So that's going to separate them a little bit. Ivan Brito picks up a 3-second timing penalty in the midst of that. Vincenzo Torre gets out in front of him. Vincenzo does not have a timing penalty. And Max Mulder retires from the session. And we've got a full course caution. That is a safety car.
Ooh.
Oh no, Jesper's retired from the session. What happened to Jesper Leppinen? Under the full course caution, what happened to Jesper?
Then come into the pits at the end of this lap.
To the final corner. Oh. And he's going to gap him just a little bit as we go back to green flag racing, and we've already got some shuffling going on in the back. Sandro Doulis up to 7th, Jägerstrom 8th. Peter Nickel picked up a spot over Vincenzo Torre, picks up the 9th spot. And here we go. Adamaka is going to have the DRS. We'll see if Tim Bentic decides to try and make a move here in the late going. Jerome Adamaka around Jensen Randall. He's going to take that position. They've been doing this all day. And Tim Bentic still riding in 3rd. As we pick up the battle back up at the front now. Oh, my Lord. And Jensen Randall. Woo! Oh, and Jerome Adamaka almost loses the back end of the car. And last time by, we saw Jensen Randall just scuff the tire. Woo! These guys are playing a dangerous game. You couldn't fit a piece of paper between those two sometimes. We'll see if Jensen makes a move down this back straightaway. The DRS slot is open. He's going to go and make the move around the inside as they head down towards the final corner. And Jensen Randall 7/10 of a second out front. Adamaka tries to get to the inside. He's not going to be close enough. This is it, folks. He's going to have to try and make a move down this back straightaway into the final corner. They've been swapping positions all day. DRS slot open. Last-ditch effort as he gets to the inside. Hits the braking point. He's going to dive to the inside. Locks up the front wheels. He's going to get there. He gets to the inside of Jensen Randall. They're side by side coming out of the corner. He's going to try a crossover move here at the double apex right-hander. Back end comes out. Going to swing it right. Cuts it deep inside. Oh, and they make a little bit of contact. Through the quad apex right-hander. Adamaka has one last chance to try and make a last-ditch effort to get the win of this race. Goes in very hot through there. Runs it very wide. Jensen Randall defending the inside line, coming out of the final corner. Jensen Randall, it's a drag race down the front straightaway, and it's Jensen Randall for the win. What a race by Adamaka, Jensen Randall, and Tim Bentic as they come across the line 1, 2, and 3.